to Bella Field in Medford, Massachusetts, to the home of the Tufts University Jumbos for this men's varsity soccer matchup between the Jumbos of Tufts University and the Vikings of Salem State University. Tufts come into this game 3-0-1, having not conceded a goal this year. Nick Ontage just kept 4 clean sheets out of 4. That's their best start to a season in terms of defense since 2018 when they won the national title. It's also interesting to look at this team in terms of offense. They've only scored 4 in those 4 games, which is conversely their worst start since 2016 when, as it happens, they also won the national title. Josh Shapiro was a marvel of a coach back in the day. However, Salem State coming to this game not one to be outdone, also undefeated, 3-0-2 on the year, coming off a 1-1 draw with Suffolk University. They were one of the best defenses in the MASCAC last year. However, they conceded 18 goals, 4 of which were to the Tufts Jumbos last year. This game ended 4-0 with Tufts keeping a clean sheet. The year before that, it was 4-1, and before that, 5-1. So 13-2 on aggregate if you're keeping count there. Tufts will be expecting to come into this game as heavy favorites, but Salem State know they have a chance. They are part of a strong conference that sent Bridgewater State to the NCAA tournament to Bella Field last year, where they were dispatched 3-0 by Tufts. This will be an interesting one to show Jumbos fans some of their depth in numbers, but also to show some Salem State fans how they fare against some top quality opponents, which they will want to know as they go into their conference season. This is their last non-conference game ahead of the MASCAC schedule. Starting lineups are in for the Tufts University Jumbos. Nick Ontage starts in goal as he has at every opportunity since coming into the program. Max Clevio starts at center back, partnered by Bijan Akhtarzandi Das. In midfield, James Gunn, Danny Yanez, alongside Ethan Feigen, and Ethan Jett will play in defense. Canfin on the wings alongside Feigen. Mikey Brady starts up top. Salem State are set to kick off. Sent all the way back to Gonsalves to start things off. Here into De Silva. Tufts pressing early from the start. Sent long up towards O'Toole. Intercepted back to Zandi Das. Salem State, good counter press. Out to Ferry, one of their star players on the left wing. Now back to Ferry. Squares up Jet. Likes to play it back. Sanchez into O'Toole. Doing battle in the midfield with Feigen. Gunn will pick up the loose pieces. Yanez likes to settle possession. Akhtarzandi Das setting it up. Brady dropping deep. Out wide to this near-hand side towards Owen Denby. Tufts just settling possession for now, as that's a great long switch ball out to Ethan Jett. Trying to cut in onto his left foot. Still with it. Lays it back to Gunn. Jett going again. Gets past 1, gets past 2. Feigen lays it off into the middle towards Brady. Back to Feigen. Some lovely quick interplay here as Yanez is going to try and line something up potentially. Likes to play it back to Gunn. Clevio now from long range trying to open the scoring within the first minute. That's not going to happen this time. Keeper starting for the Vikings today is Berg, his second start of the season, as the first year Silva has started 3 of those games. He has their only clean sheet on the season. Berg sends this one towards center circle. Met by Campbell. Jet's going to chase it down the right wing. Goes past Sanchez. Has the beating of him. Puts in a low right-footed cross, but that's dug out by Gonsalves. Should be a throw-in for the Jumbos deep in Vikings territory. They've started this game positively. Still would like to get a shot on target early if they can. Throw in towards Brady. And back to Akhtarzandi Das. Across Clevio with O'Toole running on. That one short to Canton. He turns. Gets past 1. Out to Denby. Continues his run, but Denby's just going to lay this one back. Clevio takes his time, surveys, and misjudged that one a bit out to Ethan Jett as Ferry was well back. Jumbo's suffocating in the early pressure so far. Back to Zandidas again. Out to Campbell, playing right back this time. Played left back in the last game, but one of the more versatile players on the team. This one out to Jet, another one of those versatile players. Started last year left back, now a right wing. Ferry trying to make something happen. Trying to beat Campbell in the foot race, but Campbell says no thank you. He'll play it all the way back to Antich. Ferry leading the Vikings in terms of points, 2 goals and 1 assist, including a goal and an assist within 35 seconds of each other against Plymouth State a couple weeks ago. This Jet's going to show his pace as well. Can't get it under control, and that will roll out for a goal kick. It's an overcast night here in Medford, sitting just under 70 degrees with, I would say, some humidity, but not too much to make it uncomfortable. Nice night for soccer for sure. Wide goal kick, and Ferry had drifted too far inside to receive it. Tufts keen to keep the pace up. Another great switch ball, this time towards Demby. His first touch is not ideal. He forced to chip it down the sideline, hoping that Canfin can get a touch on it. Labau doing battle and manages to win. He will win the throw-in for the Vikings. O'Toole being asked to drop all the way back to receive this one, but doing battle with Max Clevio is always a difficult ask, and Clevio comes out on top. Finds his way to Jet. Now to Campbell. Again, Tufts just settling down into possession here. Zanidas with another switch ball as Salem State really sitting off, giving them the space and the time to see those angles. However, not so much the angles to get the ball into the box. Demby trying to find one, looking for Brady. Ball defended by Gonsalves. Now it's Echevarria trying to get the clear. Hounded by Canfin. Does well to evade him, but now still can't get it clear. And again, does great work to get past him. Give and go was the idea, but didn't come off. Tufts will recover. Sent in towards Brady again. And again clear by Echevarria. Great turn there back to Zandidas. You can tell he is usually a midfielder, but he's been deployed at center back. Very technically gifted. O'Toole pressing a bit higher now. Forces the back pass towards Antich. Back to Zandidas. Another long ball forward. Brady in the vicinity. Salem State can't bring it under their spell. Back towards Canfin. Give and go down the sideline. Demby trying to cut inside, but well read by Labau. Canfin, however, doing good work to press, keep the ball in the Vikings' end. Labau lining this one up. Again, aimed towards O'Toole. Does get a touch on it this time. Trying to get the second one, but Clevio reads it brilliantly. Now Gunn. Safe ball to Giannis. Between two players just to change the angles around. Campbell now trying to make some progress. Here's Brady, who's drifted wide. To Jet. Back onto his left. That's been very reticent to put crosses into the box. A lot of emphasis put on keeping the ball on the ground in the final third, as they essentially are using this game as a drill to practice their creativity in attacking areas. Haven't been able to break down the Vikings so far. Sent long towards Demby. Echevarria trying to get Pasianes, 8 versus 8. This one out wide. Ferry's going to try and make another run. Jet forces him to backtrack. Sent long by Sanchez. There was no Viking in the vicinity. Now Jan is trying to control. Here's Camfin, who's drifted way central. Onto his right foot, gets the shot away. It was deflected heavily. Still bouncing around, and Gonsalves does wisely just to clear it behind for a corner. First Jumbo set piece opportunity of the game. They do not have either of their typical long throw specialists on the field, Mateo Pagano or Ben Brown, so that might not be a weapon as of right now. You're going to have to rely on these corners. Daniel Yanez is a good person to have behind them for sure. They have Feigen and Jet short if they want them. They don't want them. Sent into the middle, punched away by Berg. Ferry gets the touch. Gets the second as well. However, Feigen gets the third, all the way back to Campbell. Antich will settle again. Long ball forward from Clevio, looking for Jet in the corner. Just about managed to keep that in. Great vision there from Clevio. He defended there. Sanchez did well.
A little bit tighter, central, but we're there. In possession.
10 minutes in, still no score on the board. This ball sent towards Echeverria. Gunn streaking into intercept. Does well to use his body, and Clevio picks it up. Gunn now to Demby. Into Camfin. Demby trying to overlap. Camfin looks for the switch instead, out to Campbell. Now to Jet. Gunn directs him to pass back to Dr. Zandidas. Another good body feint. Good ball on the ground into Feigen. Yanez. Gunn now has some space. Out wide to Demby, stretching the field. And on his right foot, low ball, Camfin. Cross to Feigen. Now to Campbell. Right foot across in, looking for Camfin streaking in. Berg was in the right position. We said there's been a reticence to putting crosses so far. Campbell saw the opportunity, and it was a nice idea as Camfin was in a good position, as was Brady just in front of him, but far too close to Berg to provide any real threat. Instead, contact, foul called for the Jumbos. Yanez wanted to take it quick, but didn't see the option. Dr. Zandidas. Looked like a bit of a mistouch, so he wants to play back to Clevio. Yanez has played quite deep so far this game for his usual. Now he's advancing forward. Meanwhile, Camfin dropping deep. So much positional interchange going on so far. Feigen into Yanez. Back to Feigen. The move breaks down. Sanchez forced to chase that one out and will send it out for a throw. Jet. That one goes straight to the feet of the Viking, Echeverria. Back out to Sanchez. Pelisari on the ball. Gunn intercepts, but can only find the feet of Gonsalves. Here is Ferry. Back to Sanchez. First extended spell of possession for the Vikings, but they have been hemmed into their own end by the Jumbo's press. Can't quite get it back yet. Now they will. Here's Brady, laying it off for Yanez. Then be getting forward again from left back. Yanez looking to maybe line one up, instead plays a wide to Jet. Now in comes the cross. That one is wayward. Tufts struggling a bit to break down this Vikings defense. It looked like it took a touch off of a Viking. So will it, in the end, be a corner kick for the Jumbos? The last game, it took 19 minutes for the Jumbos to get on the scoreboard. Wu Ben Shin, the party last time, to open the scoring. He, of course, graduated last year.
Yeah.
Short option for Feigen, sent in. Akizai Dawson gets a glancing touch, still bouncing around. Demby on frame, will go in off of the defender off the line. The Jumbos open the scoring 15 minutes into the game. It's the first set-piece goal all season as they've been struggling a bit to take advantage of their quality in those areas. I think that might go down potentially as a Demby goal. Have to see the replay to see who got the final touch. As the defender on the line tried in vain to prevent it from going in, Berg was completely stranded. In this game last year, Tufts outshot the Vikings 37-6. They did not consume 37 shots on goal. 37 shots, 26 of them on target. It's very much one-way traffic. The Jumbos trying to replicate that feat here. Haven't quite been able to generate the right shots so far. So 2 will kick off for Salem State for the second time this game. Back to Echeverria. To Melly, excuse me. Now out to Sanchez. Looking for Ferry. Akizani Dash should have that one under control, and he does. Antich. O'Toole putting on pressure. Antich goes long, looking for Campbell. Gets the touch, only as far as De Silva. Campbell gets a touch in, and De Silva loses control. Salem State finally expanding a bit. Call for runs in behind as they have let their shape collapse a little bit more. Brady is the willing runner on this occasion, chasing it into the corner. Earns the throw-in for the Jumbos.
University goal scored by number 30.
Goal was credited for the moment to Akizani Das, who got the touch on that in the box. Demby credited with the assist. Tufts looking for another one here is Camfin. Great work to get the contact on that, get the body around. It just snuck back from the defensive line, crosses in a perfect area, but couldn't get around it quite enough to force it on target. Berg will be happy to see that go wide. Akhtar Zandidas, as of right now, the first Jumbo to make it to double-digit goals on the season. That is not the name you would have predicted at the start of the year. Sanchez, lofted throw and looking for Ferry. Cut out there by Gunn. Yanez does the rest of the job for him. Clevia with another long ball. Brady receives. Distributes to Jet. Ferry coming back, doing defensive work. Jet evades him skillfully. Akizandi Das. The Jet. Dropped very deep into this midfield, where he has played at times last year. Now into Feigen. Camfin has come central. Feigen again to Camfin, to Campbell. It's a great passing here. Another cross in towards Camfin again. Got the contact, but not the accuracy. This is not something we've seen from the Jumbos. They've just been allowed so much space to work some quick passing moves, so much fluidity between their front players. That's not a lot that we have seen earlier in the season. Yanez wins an aerial matchup, even though he was the shorter one in it. Salem State come away with it, though. Echeverria. Melly. Chips it wide. Looking for Ishlateo, his first real involvement in the game. Great work to slip it through into Pelissari. They call delayed contact on Ishlateo. This will be a big opportunity for Salem State to get some of their bigger heads in the box. Put in the free kick. Labau and Pelissari, or now just Pelissari, standing over it. Yanez providing the one-player wall for the moment. Frontage issuing instructions. Pelissari lines it up. It's a low delivery towards the back of the box. Camfin with a good defensive involvement. Echeverria. All the way back to Sanchez. Ferry. Back to Echeverria. Pelissari. Yanez intercepts. Now Tufts looking to counter. Brady has Yanez. Yanez driving forward. Manages to get something in the path of Feigen. Feigen looking for Jet. Jet does well to keep it. Gets the shot away. Just wide. Lightning fast countering from Tufts Jumbos. This Jet nearly made it two in the space of about 10 minutes. It's also not something we've seen a lot of from the Jumbos is efficiency on the counter. Had a couple of their moments, but not necessarily a consistent outlet for them. O'Toole out to Ferry. Inside, looking for De Silva. They have been very concentrated down the left-hand side, have the Vikings so far. So Ishalteo has only really had one involvement so far. Clevio. Jumbo settling it in defense again. Denby showing on the near side. The Jumbo's just trying to draw the press out from the Vikings. Get past the first line. Denby's progressed up. Now to Yanez. Patience personified by the Tufts Jumbos for the moment. Achizani Das. Cut out there by Echeverria. Gunn thought that was going to him, but glad to see Denby was behind. Here's Camfin. Reverse ball to Brady. Lining up his player. Lays it across, looking for Yanez. He's going to line one up. Off the post. He has been known to score screamers from outside the box in the past. Just inches off in that case. Feigen this time. To Camfin. To Yanez. Going to slow things down. Jet. Plays inside. Yanez. To Denby. Has space and time. Cuts it on to his right. Again, just wide. Denby is a right footer playing at left back. So he has that weapon in him. Just a bit unlucky on that occasion. He had the space, saw the angle. Again, Berg happy to see it float just past his post. Lofted ball. O'Toole misses it. Ishalteo doesn't, but nor does Feigen. Tufts very patient in the back. Or Akizandas going to make me my words, looking along for Camfin. Here's Brady. Left-footed shot is deflected. And Labau will come away with it. Looking up for Pelissari. Gunn marshaled it well. Yanez. Jets making the run. Yanez elected not to go for him. Yanez again. Salem State are preparing their first sub for the game. Yanez chipping that one in, looking for Feigen. Headed away before it can get there. Now Gunn. Clevio stepping forward. Allowed the time and space. Still going is Clevio. Gonna lie, the shot is deflected, lands on top of the net. Should be a corner, and it is. From their last corner, Akizanidas, the goal scorer, jogging up. Feigen offering short as he has on the last two. Giannis is yet to take him. Doesn't this time either. Down looking for Brady. Falls out to Canfin. Couldn't get the contact right on the half volley. Here are the subs for the Vikings as Diaz and Piccolo come in, replacing Ishlateo and Kalasari. Tufts goals in the last game between these two are split between the two halves, 2-2. Demby flips this one up the line. Canfin, first touch got away from him. Manages to keep it in bounds, or did not quite. Line's going to judge it otherwise. Labau into Diaz for his first touch. Nice work to get away from Feigen, but Demby cuts out the pass. Canfin now switches the field, looking for Jet. Plays the ball for the on-running Campbell. Can he get there in time to keep it in? Just about. Right foot across, coming in, looking for Brady. Brady manages to get away from Gonsalves. Forced out wide again. Campbell with the left foot across this time. Overhits it for Canfin. That'll be shepherded out by Labau for a goal kick. If you're Salem State, and we are still well away from halftime, but if they were to get to halftime having just conceded a goal from a corner kick, that is a respectable scoreline against a team coming into this game at 7 in the country in the most recent USC poll. O'Toole wins the header. Tufts comes away with the ball in the end. Brady to Giannis. Tries to play the ball through to Canfin. Berg is out wisely. Picks it up quickly. Now Ferry going the other way.
Jet!
13.
Campbell.
12, 1, 2. Oh, you got
Ball just went out there. Will be a throw in for the Vikings. Subset to come in for the Jumbos at the next interval. Diaz takes a push, wins the free kick. Salem State coach calling to get Aaron O'Toole more involved in the game from this free kick. Definitely a strong physical presence up top, leading the line for the Vikings. Gonsalves, center back, standing over this one. Vikings sending most everyone they can, leaving just Melly and De Silva back. Flat delivery coming in. Over one player, but Clevio sends it out. Ferry going to do his best with it. His best is not enough. Campbell, Schultz, and Perkins in for the Jumbos as Brady, Jet, and Feigen will check out. Tufts with a throw in deep in their own defensive third. I'll do it again about 20 yards further up. Campbell lofts that one, looking for Perkins. Perkins doing his best to keep hold of it. Puts Akizanidas in difficult position, and O'Toole settles possession for the Vikings. Diaz. Back to Gonsalves. Tufts doing their best to press here. Gonsalves goes long, looking for O'Toole. Clevio's had that matchup on lock so far tonight. So Tool might be a physical presence, but Max Clevio is a physical presence times 3. Sanchez, the wayward ball almost finds its way towards Piccolo. Vikings will recycle. Nontic just calls for this, settle things down for the Jumbos. Akazadi Das to Clivio. Making the run is Schultz. Perkins going to chase this one in the middle. Echeverria does well to come away with it.
31.
Echeverria has been everywhere in the field for the Vikings so far. Now Ferry. Trying to cut inside. Randolph is wise. Now Schultz going the other way. Sanchez managed to get an all-important touch. Schultz doing the hard work, getting back. The Vikings had a couple players around, got more work in. Sanchez into O'Toole, dropping very deep. He's drawn Akazadi Das out with him. No one there to exploit it for the Vikings, though. Meanwhile, here's Campbell breaking free. Has Perkins in front of him, as is Canfin. Gianna's now. Out wide, looking for Schultz. Gets the touch. Cross is deflected. Stays inbounds for now. Schultz recycles it back to Campbell. Deep cross. Echeverria is there to meet it. Gunn wants to shove in the back, doesn't get it.
Hold on, Gun.
Subs getting ready for both sides here. Clivio into Perkins. Tries to lay it off, and Clivio manages to sneak forward. Here's Denby driving into the corner. Slide tackle from Lau is good. Subs here. Flag, Gherkin, and Bargania coming on for Tufts, as is Curtis, making his first appearance for the Vikings. Bargania is not going to run over and take this throw, though he might be a long throw specialist himself. Berg is going to come out for it and is going to claim it. Gherkin gets his touch. O'Toole is dropped off. Curtis looks to is taking up the number 9 role for the moment. Try and put some pressure on this Jumbo's defense, who have, lest we forget, not conceded a goal yet this season. Flag is making the run, but Clivio just plays it to Akazani Das, who will himself send it up looking for Schultz. Gherkin's going to come away with it. Bargania sprinting forward to keep this one in bounds. Tufts players flooding the box. Cross coming in. Berg pushes it away only as far as Randolph. First touch isn't great. Second touch is good, but on the line was Labau to prevent that from becoming 2-0. It's great positioning from Labau on the line, as Randolph had done a great job just to be in the right position to get his foot around that. That is as good as a goal if you're a defender with that goal line clearance.
That's not a foul. This is a college soccer game. That's a crazy foul. This is a college.
We may have someone joining on the mic momentarily. Labau. Long ball. Clivio gets the head on it. Here's Randolph. Wide, looking for Schultz. Sanchez will play it out. Perkins trying to make something happen now. Gonsalves doing well to shepherd that one out. Did he get the touch on it? No, he did not. It will be a goal kick. Good. Apologies for some technical difficulties we're having right now. This Berg sends over this goal kick. Yeah. So I'm joined, I think, at this point on the mic by Jake Stoller. Can hear you. It's a bit delayed, but we'll work with it. So apologies to those watching at home. We've had some issues with our sound systems tonight, but we hope to bring you some more commentators on air as the night progresses. Jake, what have you seen so far in this game tonight?
Yeah, I've been really impressed by the Tufts offense tonight so far. They've been maintaining possession for the majority of the time we have. Look to see if they can put in 2 more shots on goal as we get closer to the half here.
Shots on goal has been an area of improvement for the Jumbos so far. They have been not at their best in terms of attacking productivity, as that ball from Bijan Akhter is not on the same wavelength as Mateo Bargana. Ben Brown and Will Nicholas can check in here now. They will replace Canfin and Gunn.
Good job, Zach. Good work.
Here's the long ball. Ben Brown wins in midfield, his first touch of the game. Clevio taking it out. Intercepted there by Carfanini. He's also checked in for the Vikings. Ben Brown. Clevio. He has space. Into Randolph. Wide to Gherkin. Bargana. Back to Gherkin. Cross. Perkins is in the area but couldn't get the touch on it. It did come out off. That might have been Randolph in the end.
Next one here.
10 minutes remaining in this first half. Jumbo's leading 1-0. Ben Brown gets the initial touch. It's Bargana. Clevio. Akhter. Bargana now. Long switch ball. Flag is stepped way forward. We saw a couple times from him in the Con College game this weekend. Carfanini looking to send that one for Curtis. The combination of Akhter and Clevio manages to take that opportunity away from him. Jake, it's been a really composed performance from the Jumbos on defense as well as offense, don't you think, so far?
I'd have to agree with that. As far as the Vikings offense, we haven't been able to see too much.
They aren't the most prolific offense necessarily, but they have a couple goals on the year. I believe it's 8 in their 5 games. Jumbos with another set-piece opportunity here to make things count. Akhter is going to step up forward again. This time it's Nicholas offering the short option. This one out way back to Flag. He's going to have to twist his body around. Just about keeps it in. That was well done by the Vikings defense to win the goal kick. Taylor Feinberg going to check in for Akhter Das. Berg can only find Bargania. Nicholas looks to be playing pretty centrally right now. Perkins has drifted wide. Now they revert to their more typical positions. Flag. Now Feinberg.
Swing it a couple of times. Move it up. And the 6
Flavio.
Keep swinging it. And the 6 can find it when it happens.
Going to get Jonathan Vasquez coming in here for the Vikings momentarily. This one into Gherkin. Randolph. Schultz made the run too late. Feinberg has that one under control. Now Nicholas dropping deep. He's going to carry forward. A second chance to make up for that missed pass. Ben Brown onto this near side towards Flag. Gherkin has time. He's certainly taking his time. Lays it back to Clevio. Brown to Nicholas. Tries for a nice outside the foot looking for Flag. It doesn't come off. Clevio will have to pick up the pieces here. So for the Jumbos, Jake, it's interesting as this is going in towards Nicholas, is they would have expected to be probably up by more than one at this halftime period. So how do you think they feel coming into this?
Yeah, I'd say so. Last year against Salem State, the Jumbos were up 2 at half. Obviously haven't been able to execute as well through this first half here. They put up a record number of shots on goal in the first half last time, not quite as many this time too.
O'Toole trying to make amends in the other direction. Bargani goes to ground. O'Toole squaring up. Cross looking into the middle. And that is the first goal all season the Jumbos have conceded. Jonathan Diaz running away in celebration. This is great work by Aaron O'Toole on the left flank. I forget what we were just saying. 1-0 is not the best of Jumbos. 1-1 is nothing short of disaster.
Yeah, now this turns into a whole new game for the Jumbos. They're going to look to make some substitutions here shortly to get their A guys in. I'd be surprised if we see that in just a second.
This is maybe not upset alert yet, but certainly a shock for the night. As Tufts concedes for the first time this season to Jonathan Diaz. Gherkin. Driving forward. Looking to Schultz. He'll put the cross in, looking for Perkins. Couldn't get the touch in. Just a bit more urgency in both teams' games now. Carfanini. Labau sends that one straight towards us.
Great touch there by Micah.
Thank you. Got to get some practice in somehow, you know? Feinberg. Into Bargania. Schultz. Vikings have just been so organized defensively from open play so far. For reference, that was the first shot on target for Salem State. Jumbos with 12. 12 shots total, I should say. Only 2 on target. Looking for another one here. Headed back in. Perkins trying to get the touch. Berg was behind it. Just over 4 minutes to go in this first half.
Berg doing a really great job back there. A guy who's played so far this season, but hasn't held the majority of time for the Vikings so far.
Definitely has. He's going to be called into action here. Or rather not, as the defender does his job, forces the corner from Gherkin. Berg has only had to make one save so far. Jumbo's really haven't managed to put him under all that much pressure, relatively speaking. Corner ready to come in. This one in towards Clevio, got the touch. Kept alive by Nicholas. Perkins! Offside flag was up in the end. That was Margagna looking to get that header in, but just unlucky call from Jumbo's perspective.
Get another opportunity there.
Another opportunity that goes begging for the Jumbos. Just haven't been able to make things count. Schultz, back heel flick looking for Perkins, cut out by Gonsalves. Schultz, nice move. Cutting inside. Brought down, that should be a free kick, and it is. Two balls on the field momentarily, but Jumbo's going to get as many players forward as they can for the set piece. Gherkin going to stand over this one. The big bodies forward for Tufts. Ben Brown lurking at the back post. They take it short. Here's Randolph. Looking to the reverse ball. Feinberg couldn't get it on target. Great idea there from Randolph. Feinberg in so much space, but just a bit too much loft on the ball. Feinberg not quite as tall as Ben Brown.
Yeah, and it's going to be these close calls that the Jumbos are going to look back on and say, we could have had these. They're going to want to get those taken care of. Something I'm sure Coach will go over during halftime.
Definitely. Kind of does tell will not be happy with a 1-1 scoreline heading into the break. Perkins trying to avoid that rant. Sends it into Nicholas. Loose first touch, cleared away by Gonsalves. Not the most effective clearance. Flag heads it back towards goal, but Berg is behind it all the way.
It's going out. It's going out of a corner. Why are you saving that?
Flag has shown a tendency in some of his more recent appearances to get very far forward from left back. Whether that be in a back four or a back five, he doesn't seem to mind. Nicholas is going to chase this one. It's just enough to keep it in. Or no, the linesman disagrees. Nicholas may have some words to say about it. The Salem State bench had their own ideas as well. 1 minute left on the clock. Laval. Curtis almost twists his ankle trying to keep that one in play. Nice advantage. Now Feinberg. Diaz pressing. Big ball forward. Looking for Schultz. Up against Sanchez. Sanchez manages to get the touch in. Vikings are going to look to make a sub here, maybe just to take some of those last seconds off the clock. Don't have a chance to do so yet. Margagna going to look to take this long throw in. They're going to elect to keep Ben Brown as close to goal as possible. Margagna, long throw, in towards Brown, but headed away by Diaz. Margagna again with 10 seconds left. Flicks the cross in. Off the crossbar. So much of another nearly moment is another clearance there. Randolph trying to get on target. Deflected away. And Salem State, against all odds, is coming into this halftime at level scores. What do you think of this first half so far, Jake?
You know, the Jumbos coming into the game as the heavy favorites, and now they're looking at this game in a whole new light here. I think they've got a lot to discuss and definitely some things to work on coming into the second half.
Certainly do, as we will be back with hopefully some more commentators on the mic after this halftime break. Stay with us.
review here thing and kept him.
Third out for a Jumbo's throwing deep.
Brentford! Brentford!
Got it.
Brentford!
Argania started the second half as they got all the way over to take it. Major changes for the Jumbos. Feinberg has started the second half, as has, Bargania.
Come on, play!
Otherwise very similar to how the Jumbos started this game. It's a deep throw in. Looking for Feinberg. Cleared away by Echeverria. Giannis is going to pick up the pieces. Shifts it. On goal. Berg is going to have to deal with it. And the collision there with the goalie is going to be called against Feinberg. Berg is still down in a heap after that one.
Only when he does the
Looks to be okay, but that was late challenge there from Feinberg. Just hoping to put the keeper off, maybe get some errant touch that would end in a goal for Tufts. No such touch came. We are 5 minutes into this half. Salem State still holding the number 7 Tufts Jumbos at level pegging.
Test. Mine's working.
Going back and forth in the field. Gherkin now. Can't get past the Silva. Echeverria. Campion is chasing. Echeverria lays it off here to Sanchez. Intercepted by Bargania. Sanchez picks it up. Here's the Silva again. Echeverria has Ferry down the left wing. First touch isn't ideal. You have to slow it down. Still going here is Ferry. Comes inside Bargania. Now going up against Octazanidas. Lays it back. Here's Pelissari lining up right-footed shot. Antic has to get the save. And that is the danger that Stefan Ferry can bring to this game. Extremely tricky, extremely great in one-on-one situations. Showing off there.
Mike, take this. Just put it on so still talking to
Eric, can we stop the clock and take a minute at a time?
It's another set piece opportunity here for the Vikings of Salem State.
He's looped in now.
It's just like our goalkeeper is taking a 16-year.
Bouncing light! Bouncing light!
Corner looped in here. O'Toole got the head. Couldn't get it on target as I'm joined, I believe now, by Sam Weinstein. I'm doing okay. Doing better than the Jumbos are right now.
Keep passing. Keep passing.
I can hear him. He's just really quiet. We'll go over here. Camfin now. Getting away. Akizani Das, low shot, blocked. Melly getting the important touch there. Yanez now. Gherkin. Gets past. And Salvez gets the clearance. Ronnie's going to let this one go out. He knows he can use this one as a long throw if he wants to. Doesn't look like he's lining one up. Akizani Das stepped up into midfield for this half. Feinberg. Livio tips it forward. Akizani Das getting forward. Berg there. Gherkin off of the defender and into the net. Jumbo's back on top. Will be left to the scorekeepers to decide whether the shot from Gherkin was going on target initially. He will certainly claim it. For the moment, all they care about is 2-1 to the Jumbos. Gherkin just put in the chip ball, hopefully. Akizani Das is in the area. Salem State couldn't clear it initially. Gherkin found the space, put it on frame. But we still say he did. He runs away in celebration. For Salem State is back to square one.
I got you. Alright, ready?
Alright, yeah.
Let's go, let's go. Or you go help, okay?
Here is Sanchez now. Head to O'Toole. Plus one handball, they're not going to get it. So we'll just get the ball instead.
I really know.
Echeverria. De Silva. Against Camfin. Back to the back. Echeverria. That ball was loose from Pelisari. Sam, if you're Salem State in this situation, how do you really recover from going down to that sucker punch of a goal after fighting so hard to get back into this game?
Tufts University goal scored by number 14, Liam Gherkin. Time of the goal comes at 8 minutes into this second half.
Be a goldfish, as the saying goes. Exactly. Gherkin, long ball. Gargagna, Ferry's well positioned to block out the cross.
Liam, get it. Liam, get it. Liam, get it. Get it to him.
Feigen.
Cliff, angle, Cliff.
Back to Feinberg. Feigen. Change of pace. Can't quite get past Sanchez. Goes out for Vikings goal kick. Again, they still have been very organized so far in this game. It's just been those moments. We saw one with Randolph in the first half where they had a chance to put the Jumbos up 2-0, where their rebounds, they haven't been able to react quick enough. From the first ball, they've been generally quite solid.
Yeah, I think as you can see on the pitch, there's a lot of our senior players. They're showing their maturity with a lot of these first balls.
That maturity there was a great challenge from Margonier. He knew that Ferry was in if he didn't put that in perfectly.
Slow to get up here, though, and the clock stops.
Definitely not what the Jumbos want to see. Not what anyone wants to see, frankly.
Not at all.
Margonier trying to get to his feet, but the trainer's going to come on just to be safe. In the meantime, Sam, let's talk about this from Tufts' perspective. So, you've been fed back. It's not what you want to see. You've surely gotten quite the halftime team talk. You've gotten one back. How do you frame this mentality going into the rest of this game and make sure you don't get beaten back again?
I think so. You're going out there saying it's still 0-0, boys. We got to play. We got to add some more on the score sheet. And first goal conceded all season and a tier at home versus Salem State. Really shocking, really surprising from the Jumbos.
Yes, sir.
No. Yes!
Right away. Brady chasing it. Gonsalves gets there first. Played out there. Salem State wants a substitution here. Calling to get the attention of the referee. Fourth official disagrees. Eventually they force it. Diaz is going to come on the goal scorer.
Are you guys have pet stuff? Why are they having to scream so much? Do you want our people to do the horn rather than the ref or no?
Salem State, meanwhile, recovering well from that setback.
Step up!
Gone farther into Tufts' half.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the post-goal half here back in the Jumbo's half. Really, really great press here from the Vikings.
Commentators first there as they play it out.
Keep going.
Montish, again, Tufts extremely patient out of the back in this game so far.
And I think that's where they've been some of their best, just in possession and keeping control of the ball.
They say you can pass as much as you want, but if you can't get a shot to test the keeper, it's going to be very difficult to get a win. They've gotten a couple shots to test the keeper. They would have preferred to get several more.
True, and this is representative of the Jumbo season. Getting a lot of shots down on the attack, but not that many goals to show for it.
It's only the second game so far this season where Tufts has gotten more than one goal. The other one being against Colby. So one of those goes in the penalty.
Playing that pass in front of players. Find their feet.
Foot race there.
Find their feet.
Official player is still chasing it. Denby's going to come away.
Right into his feet and then he'll turn.
Hampton dropping to the inside. Here's Feigen now. That's a flag. It's checked out to this right side. Linesman calls it out. Sanchez into Ferry. That one's also Schultz is going to come on for Canfin, Gunn meanwhile for the goal scorer Gherkin. Say that 5 times fast. Ref unhappy with that restart. Just making sure all players are in position.
Yeah, this is really a good opportunity for the Jumbos. One of the first times in a few minutes that they've been up here in the Vikings half and see if they can do this.
Certainly is. This one goes out wide to Schultz. Scoring up Sanchez.
That's their 6th win of the game so far. They clearly are doing really well to defend this ball out in the Vikings half.
They haven't been a prolific team at winning corners so far this year, which is something that's a bit of a shock. They were one of the best teams in the NESCAC last year.
They're a big one with finishing from these corners. There are 0 goals from set pieces so far.
They did manage to get that one in the first half, so they'll be happy to have that one in the books just to get that number off to a start. Giannis sends this one in. Meets the head in the middle, but got low under it. Did Masclivio. Curtis and Carfanini going to come back in. Re-entering the game for the Vikings. Meanwhile, Ferry and Silva will take a breather.
Let's go, Mikey. Keep working.
Hit by Gunn. Here's Brady. Plays that wide to Feigen. Squaring up his man. Cutting inside onto his right. Low cross into the box. Met by Brady again. Giannis. Gunn is going to come back from his overlap position. Take this throw quickly, at least.
I'm going to pull Salem from Giannis. 2 goals in his last 2 appearances against Salem State. Let's see if
for opponents. He almost had a goal in the first half, just clipped the post. Flag this time, another long throw specialist. Brady gets a touch, headed back towards his goal. That was Islateo. Goes down under pressure and wins the free kick. Diffuses the pressure for the Vikings. Jumbo's still seeking that insurance goal because they are very familiar now with how quickly a 1-goal lead can slip away. It's a low free kick there. Effectively goal kick. That's going to get right back in attack position. Here's Schultz now. Tries to cut it inside. Melly does well against him.
Don't want anybody getting hurt.
Schultz recovers in the end. Gunn has space. Looking to Brady. Trying to turn his man. Again, forced wide by the Vikings. Have been so organized in the box so far tonight. Gunn shot straight off the end. But he can include that one long. Schultz takes a while to decide whether or not he's going to chase it. By the time he does, it's almost all out of bounds.
Yeah, and Jumbo was attacking this right wing multiple times this second half. No product reflect, but clearly was their favorite side.
It's interesting, especially since Schultz has come on. It's been one of their preferred outlets. Giannis drifting over here plenty as well.
Yeah, you do see they're taking advantage of some mismatches here on the right side. Just now they're pulling Jumbos to or the Vikings.
Sanchez with the throw in here. Relieve some of the pressure on the Vikings. Doesn't do so. That was Carl Sarge with the loose touch. Tufts get to step right forward again. All the way to Giannis in midfield.
Look at that. Look at the left.
Flagging and Schultz coming well inside. Trying to cause some confusion for the defenders. Flag holding the width. There you go.
Go back again. Inside, one of you.
As Denby wide.
Out there.
Too much time on the ball. Too much time to think about what he was going to do with it.
Good choice. That'll do it.
Things just, again, shifting one way or the other, not allowing an obvious passing option for either Tufts center.
Face forward.
Really good.
Keep it in Denby.
Defense here. From the Vikings, really getting down.
It's been about at least double digits passes back and forth between Cleveland and Feinberg before finally break that streak up to Denby, to Feigen, Dr. Zandidas. Switched out to Flag.
Mason, get out of there, bud.
Tries to get the low cross in. Berg has to touch it. As Brady was in the area but couldn't get the touch on it, he was well wide of the near post. Berg got the initial touch and no one was crashing.
And what a done there. Not too sure that we flagged this time. Attacking out is bad.
Miscommunication between the two captains there. Feinberg forced just clear it out and we have to regain possession.
Occupy, Mikey, occupy.
Still very much more sideline. Both teams are going to head across the field. Schultz, miscommunication with Giannis, and Gonzalez will have it all the way. A good step, finds Brady. Back to Gunn. Cross to Denby. Vikings just done such a good job of not allowing the Jumbo's players to turn the goal when they have an opportunity. Flag sends that one in. Berg has that one in his sights all the way.
Yeah, we're really trying to keep the Jumbos back to goal here. Force it back to the
Berg with the high punt. In towards Ishlateo. Intercepted by Feigen. Here's Gunn. Steps coming in for both sides momentarily here. Jet for the Jumbos and Ferry and De Silva for the Vikings. Cameron also going to check in here for the Jumbos.
A lot of speed here on both teams. Step up the tempo of the score in the second half.
Feinberg to Denby. Zandidas trying to turn. Finds Gunn. Brady asks for a wide. It's a nice idea. Here's Flag coming in. Boy cross in. Just Brady was in the area. They go stepping forward again. A lot of time. Diaz closing down the time. So Carfanini. Contact deck and Gunn. Draws the foul. Just maybe showing a bit of frustration they can't find that opening yet. Even with 2 goals on the board, it's not the scoreline they were expecting. Feinberg wins the header.
Get up.
Going to force that one back to the keeper most likely. Or they're not. Still very deep in their own third.
progress? Yard by yard, slowly progressing up the field. Now we're going to go long. Schultz here. Was he in? Was he on? Gets the shot on target. It won't matter. Berg behind it. Saw the whole way. It's a great long ball from Clevio. He has that in his locker. We just haven't seen it so much this season. Schultz, brilliant run. Not the brilliant finish.
He lifted it up with the front of his pass. On the left side here.
Here's Feigen coming in. Good tackle by Wadau. Potentially a chance to counterattack as Melly steps forward. Not going to get a good counter with that ball. Vasquez also coming in for the Vikings as well as these two.
Is he taking my AirPod?
Brady and Feigen will check out for the Jumbos. For the Vikings will be Pelisari, Ishlateo.
To hear Micah.
I'd say thank you to Sam Weinstein for a great commentary debut, and I will welcome to the air momentarily. Welcome Graham Ellis to JumboCast. How are you doing?
Thanks, Micah. How are you doing tonight?
Keep it!
Then let's just slowing things down again. Clevio stepping forward.
Release Aaron if we get it.
Wide to Denby. Jet was on a different wavelength.
Positive. Lock him in. Mateo. Strong, Jake. Yes.
Campton does well to win the ball back. Here's Akazani Dawson in a more advanced position. Campton lays out wide for flag. He's had a good second half so far. Giannis now lining up the cross. That almost dipped on frame. Berg, you could see, just flinched at the last second as it just sailed over the bar.
Keep going, White. Come on, White. Let's get one.
It's been probably a career display for Flag. He didn't play a game last season. He's had a couple cameo appearances so far. He's making a name for himself here with some good attacking instincts from fullback. Foul given away there by Gunn in midfield.
Left side, Flag.
Thank you.
Argano looking to check in at the next whistle.
So much.
Left side, Flag. Pass him on.
And when you are the underdog, that is so often game plan. It's not a bad ball before he goes seeing it all the way. Comes in again second time. Excuse me, that's Gunn. Clears it all the way to Melly. Back into Diaz. Akazandi Das this time. Jet shepherds it out. Couldn't quite keep it in. The approach to the last sixth of this game. 16 minutes left on the clock. Giannis trying to summon up the line for Campton. Melly always had it. Back to Berg. He's had a solid game in net for the Vikings. Just being luckily on 5 occasions. Won a bouncing ball for a corner, won the rebound after a missed cross. Campton, good physical work to win the header. Still fighting for it. Silva trying to step in and just sneak it back towards Gunn. Ferry couldn't quite grab that. He gets the benefit of the bounce off of Schultz. Like one way with the ball.
As this game gets later and later, one thing to keep in mind is Salem State's ability to play well in late games at the end They have 2 80th minute goals this season that have been 1 equalizer, 1 winner. That have been huge for their points this year.
It's definitely a trend to keep an eye on as this game wears on. They'll surely know that about themselves and feel confident coming into these higher stages. Here's Amidas, taking a much more proactive role in the second half. Here's Bargani. Foul! Advantage. Ariana's stepping forward. Gets past 1. Out wide to Schultz. Fakes the cross. The second one is not so good. Goes out for a throw in the end towards Jumbos.
Tufts should treat this throw in almost as if it's a corner. They're going to see if they can get this all the way into the box here.
Typically, you might expect Bargani to come over for this one. Schultz with it in his hands for the moment. Another good long throw into the box. Diaz manages to step away with it. Sliding tackle there from Yanez. Flips it out wide towards Schultz again. Good high cross. Brady trying to get contact. Excuse me, that was Canfin. Berg steps out and tries a quick counterattack. Clego trying to sprint back in order to get in position. Manages to put off Carpanini just enough. And that right there is the first team on our consent. Salem State's thwarted in their own attempt to take a quick throw by their substitution. Pelisari's got to check back in for Diaz. Ben Brown's going to be the next substitute for Tufts. We've seen him in late game scenarios quite often this year and indeed last year. Yanez couldn't, or Schultz couldn't get there in time. Now Barry stays to run the flag. Gets past him onto his right foot. Gunn was wise to it. Managed to force it behind. But again, if Barry gets in those situations, it is a danger time for Tufts. Pelisari's going to stand over this corner.
I like the substitution of bringing Pelisari on. He's very offensive.
Shouldn't they back up, Ref? Shouldn't they back up?
Kick is over everyone. Carpanini is going to chase it. Campbell lets it roll out of play. Excuse me, Gherkin is going to come on before Ben Brown. He's going to replace Taylor Feinberg with Ross Means. Ajazandi Das steps back into the back line. Approaching the last 10 minutes, which as far as Salem State are concerned is go time. They're trying to go a bit early here. Almost off the ball there. Sanchez gets a touch. Schultz looking for a quick throw, and Jan's going to chase it into the corner. Sanchez gets a touch. Jan's probably going to let that one go off.
And we've talked about Tufts' inability to produce these tough corners prior to this game. You have to think that hopefully they can build off what they've done in the first half, scoring that 1 goal off the set piece.
Salem State are not the best defense from corners. We've seen that here tonight, but they've also conceded a couple of set pieces this season already. Brady and Feigen sets coming next. Gherkin shown for short.
Win the ball.
Giannis doesn't look so interested for now. Maybe he will. Here we go. Gherkin back to Giannis. Right foot across. Headed away. Campbell will chase.
Higher, David! Higher! Everyone higher!
He's going to settle for the throw. That's one of their subs. And they'll get him. Schultz and Jet checking off. Interesting, among these two players, Brady and Feigen are the most relied upon attackers for Tufts. However, they have not scored in a while. Brady on a 12-game scoring streak, Feigen 16 games since he last come back from that. Bouncing around in the box, Fly gets a touch. Still with it is Flag. Attempted clearance is not the best. Finds its way all the way back to Gherkin. Bargania chips that one across to Feigen. Feigen has space. Interesting improvised back line there between Feigen and Gherkin. Now Giannis from the right wing. Whips that one in. Cleared away. Piccolo going to try and run with this one. Has no one ahead of him. Perry's going to see what he can do with it. Ganged up on these 4 players. They know it's right now. Not letting anything out.
You see Piccolo's speed and willingness to get forward. He's one of the late game scorers that you mentioned earlier. He scored an 82nd-minute equalizer last Saturday against Suffolk to tie the game 1-1. Look for him. He's going to try to do the same thing here tonight.
It's definitely a good goal to have. Because they do not have either their goal scorer or their top goal scorer for the season, or top shooter, I should say, Aaron O'Toole. Nor is Jonathan Diaz on the pitch. A couple moments of brilliance tonight. Sends that one forward, looking for it. Rolls all the way through Dantage. Just as I say that, Jonathan Diaz is going to check in alongside Curtis.
10, who you going for? 2. Thank you.
He's pretty good. Bargania. Camfin dropping deep. Nice turn. Gets past the line, but not it. Here's Salem State. Gherkin makes a challenge, and it's deemed to be an illegal one.
Liam, drop!
Opportunity for Salem State to progress through 1 style.
No defense! No defense!
Salem State for their next chance.
Hey, you're too deep! You're too deep!
Don't believe that Salem State subbed out any of their center backs for this whole game. It's a deep ball in from Gonsalves. Header was from Carfanini. They took a touch off the Tufts Jumbo. Another set piece opportunity here for the Salem State Vikings. And what a time to bring on Aaron O'Toole.
Yeah, definitely looking for some offense now as Coach Correa brings on some attacking-minded players. O'Toole leads the team in both shots attempted and shots on goal this season with 15 and 9 respectively.
Take it short. Into Diaz. Away comes Feigen with it. That should be a yellow card. Trying to stop the counter attack. Sorry.
Jonathan, you don't have to stop the
Vikings with their fair share of yellow cards this year.
You're helping the team. You're helping them.
Tough disgruntled at the clock stopping.
I believe it is an NCAA regulation to stop the clock for cards. So, while the Tufts bench may have their grievances, not much they can really complain about. Gherkin, nice move there to get away from his defender. Now it's flips it in, looking for Brady. Too much on it. Cleared away by Sanchez. He did take a touch off of the unrushing Flag in the end. 7.5 minutes remaining. Salem State looking to equalize and send shockwaves through Medford. Sanchez taking his time. Lofted ball. Feigen gets the slightest of touches. Curtis finds it. Gherkin finds it next. Here's Giannis. Camfin has space. Giannis isn't looking there. Visible frustration from Giannis that the run was not made by Feigen. Jumbos will just try and take some time off the clock here. So that's a nice move by Flag, but too much on it. Now here's another opportunity. Two members sprinting back to the Jumbos. Ferry and Feigen in a foot race this time. Feigen wins it. All he wins is a
big one. Mike to your back, Mike to your back.
Next. The Jumbos just try and see this one out defensively.
Ben Brown for Jonas.
Melly stepping up. Expect maybe a long throw specialist. A senior center back captain. And it's a boomer. Headed out by Clivio. Finds Diaz again, looking to be the hero for the second time. Finds the straight into the waiting on
Gherkin just can play in front of you. Guys doing munch.
Ben Brown will now check in for the Jumbos when he gets that opportunity at the next stoppage. Teach, Camfin. Gherkin with a nice move in the field.
Stop dribbling.
Loose pass. Rodani goes down.
Jonas Gherkin,
Suspect will be happy to see that free kick goes Jumbo's way.
Stop dribbling.
Regania staying down after that one. Looks to be able to walk it off. Zani does, goes long. Looking for Brady. Cut out by Sanchez. Here's Diaz. To De Silva. Watch the Laval. Sneaks that one past Camfin. Cutting inside there and looking up top for Pelissari. Big push over there on the far sideline. It's not going to be a free kick, it'll just be a throw in. Stenby and Brown come on. Yanez and Camfin will get a break. Time running out for the unlikely Salem State comeback.
Go the way. Good job there.
Coach Correa is emphasizing speed to his players, talking about minimizing time between stoppages and getting the ball back in the play as quickly as possible here.
Ben Brown up ahead to Brady. Denby playing well forward. Couldn't get on the end of it. Now here to Ferry. Brown, Flag. To Brady who turns. Left too much on that one for Sanchez to get involved. Feigen. Step over. Vergania. We'll slow things down.
Mateo, drop! Good shit, good shit! No, kill it! Swing it again.
Now here to Denby.
Get in there.
With Denby and Flag now the right wing combination.
You're starting to see Salem State press a little bit more in the first half. They didn't have to sit back shift. Now they're front four, starting to press. A lot more is tough passing.
Here's a chance. Ben Brown did not get that intended chance. They want a handball to the Jumbo, is not going to get it. As this really is becoming all or nothing time for Salem State. Vergania.
You're not a 10! Ben, stop!
Back to Clivio. Coach is asking Ben Brown to get back into center defensive midfield. Here he is on the ball. Slowing things down. Feigen has Vergania making the run. Saw it a bit late. Gun now. Trying to get the shot, but that one is not going to be traveling very
Tufts, except for the 22 goals, Tufts is not putting a lot of shots on net, nor have they attempted a lot of shots. For a team that was expected to be more dominant, somewhat surprising stat line.
This is not the first time the Tufts have failed to catch fire against a team where they had a field day last year. They opened the season in 2023 with a 4-1 win over MIT. This year, that was just a 1-0 win in Cambridge. The attacking prowess from last year is still struggling to shine through this season.
We're waiting for one jumbo to step up and take command of this offense. We need someone who is just can take control, make one play and score, and make games like this 3-1, and they're a little less stressful in the final 10 minutes for the jumbo safety.
Coach Destel will be glad that now 2 players on 2 goals for the season, Gherkin and Akazandi Das. Those are still not necessarily the 2 players we wanted. However, to get the win in the books, 1.5 minutes. Salem State running out of time. Have an opportunity here to get it forward. Taking their time. It's not a luxury they have a lot of. Flat delivery over Gherkin's head. Ontic takes the sting out of it. That will be that attack squandered for the Salem State Vikings.
And Ontic just certainly inside this time here moving his ball.
Inside and underneath it. See him underneath
definitely
it.
Maximize all of the
Come on there. Come on there.
Ontic manages to take about 25 seconds off the clock with that one. Brady.
Corner!
Gherkin controls. Just trying to go to the corner of the lose possession. Curtis can chase this one. Clivio should have it under control. Back to Ontic. It was not the easiest ball to deal with. And just unlocked. Here is one last chance for the Salem State Vikings. They got 15 seconds to take this throw. Quick to O'Toole. Turns into the field. They need to get this in the box as soon as possible. Gonsalves. Akizani Das with the header. Gunn is going to take that one away. That one will seal this one in the books. Tufts with not the performance they were hoping for, but the result at least does go their way. A 2-1 victory over the Vikings of Salem State. Graham, it was a nervous victory in a game we weren't necessarily expecting it to be.
Yeah, certainly.
After 90 minutes of play, the final score is your Tufts University Jumbos 2 and the Salem State University Vikings 1. Final score, Tufts 2, Salem State 1.
They knew their role, held down the fort, and did their best to counterattack when they could. It was a game plan that was executed almost to perfection except for the final score.
100% Salem State can hold their heads high after that performance, their best showing against the Tufts University Jumbos in several years, since they last won this meeting in 1998, and they have done that against a team that ranks 7 in the country. That will do wonders, not just for their confidence, but for their standing on the national stage. Thank you so much for tuning in. We apologize again for any technical issues you may have watched, but for the moment, we will be back with volleyball this weekend. I'd just like to take a moment to thank our crew, Catherine Burns, directing, Riley Daniel helping technically, Will Mullen on camera, as well as Sam Weinstein, Graham Ellis, and Jake Stoller making their commentary debuts. They all did a fantastic job. I've been Micah Baum. You've been watching JumboCast, and as always, stay home safely.
Send it, kill the